Hey guys, today I'm just gonna give my quick opinion on everything that's going on with Real Housewives of Atlanta and all the mess that has been going on with the casting. If you're like me, you keep up here and there with what's going on with the Bravo universe, I guess, and all its characters. And one franchise that has been having a particularly hard time figuring out how to move forward is Real Housewives of Atlanta, right? Like, I swear, and I mentioned this before, every damn week, not even every damn week, every other day, we are hearing news about Sheree's coming, Sheree's not coming, Phaedra's coming, Phaedra's not coming, Portia's staying, Portia's not staying, Nene may come back, but then who knows, Nene's not in the talks, and it's like all these rumors about who's gonna stay, who's gonna go. I think in all the years of Housewives, there's never been this much back and forth, right? And I understand with the age of social media, it's becoming a more of a thing. There are more bloggers out there covering stories like this. So maybe we're just getting, maybe this always happened, right? But because there's a higher demand for it and there's more people in the biz, that we are getting more of that back and forth with Bravo. But at the same time, it's been pushed back how many times? And now I hear that they may push it back, like it may not air until like next fall. So basically, next year, we may finally get a Real Housewives of Atlanta. And if it's going to take that long, because clearly we're not getting a Real Housewives of Atlanta this year, right? If it's going to take that long, maybe unpopular opinion, but maybe it just needs to be finished at this point, right? It needs to be done because at this point, it's been done into the ground, right? Like, if they're scrambling with New York, then, and they're not even going to air the reunion, then maybe they need to just stop Atlanta as well, right? And while they're at it, they can stop OC. I'm actually really shocked that OC has another season, right? I don't know if they finished filming. I think they're filming right now, right? I, we'll see how that turns out because if that is not as great, then it doesn't need to come back either, right? Even though unpopular opinion, I did kind of enjoy last season of Orange County, right? That new girl, she did have an interesting story, but I don't even think she's coming back. It's just time to like finish these cities off and start new ones, right? Find new places. And plus, they have this all-star thing, but because they have an exclusive deal with Peacock, right, the streaming services, they are not able to air it on Bravo until Peacock has aired the entire series. I mean, not the entire series, the entire seasons. Then they're able to have reruns on Bravo, which I really don't understand, right? Like, having this all-star thing may have been a nice way to kind of put a bow on everybody's story, right? And I think that, yes, I know people have housewives fatigue, but I'm pretty damn sure it would have been like ratings gold to have Ramona, Kenya, if you can even get Nene or like have all these ladies that have been iconic in their own franchise come together, right? Like, why would they just have it on their streaming service? That doesn't make sense to me, or they should have it on both. I don't know why it was an exclusive thing, because if anything, that could have helped boost these franchises and boost interest. But let's just go back to Atlanta, right? So we know that Portia has her own spin-off, right? I don't know how that's going. as I said before, I wouldn't really be interested in watching that because, like I said, if you want to watch the Portia Williams show, subscribe to Tisa Tells, right? If you want to know what's going on in a relationship, watch Tisa Tells, right? You don't. So it's like I already feel like I know everything about them. And from what I do know, I'm just not interested because the relationship doesn't really come off genuine to me. They don't really have that chemistry. I don't see Simon as being someone I would be entertained by. I know Portia Portia's likable, right? And she's fun. But I wouldn't say Portia's interesting. Like I remember last seasons and even the seasons before that. The scenes with Portia is just there's something about her that comes off as inauthentic, right? Especially when she's trying to be serious. It's like I'm just not really buying her. She is more, her strength is more so in the group, more so with her shady comments. You know, she's also funny. She's the life of the party and everything. And I think she works great in a group. But as an individual, I don't know. I was just never really drawn to Portia's individual storyline or what she had going on, if I had to be completely honest with you. And I mean Lauren is nice, I guess, right? But Lauren too is even less interesting than Portia. I'm not saying she's not an interesting person. I do not know her. But in terms of how she comes across on reality television, I'm not like drawn to her, if you get what I'm saying. And her other family members, I mean, her mom, I guess. I mean, we never really seen so much of her mom. Maybe her mom could be probably the most interesting person, if I had to say. But like who else? And then they say that Shamia hasn't even been filming with her, right? Not that Shamia is like super compelling anyways, but I guess you just never know until you know. And then Simon is just, I guess because he's such an unlikable character and he really comes off as a villain, that it's really hard for me to root for the love, especially in terms of like how they got together. Like they're not someone I want to root for. They're not people I want to aspire to be. So I just don't know. I feel like if we're going to watch it, we're almost going to be watching their downfall. We're almost going to be watching them fall apart, right? It would have been nice. Like, I prefer Dennis, if anything. If we were going to get a reality show with a couple, should be Portia and Dennis. And it would be interesting. I mean, Dennis is not that good of a guy either. But if Portia had found someone that was good for her, and they were working on expanding their family, and it could have been like a family thing, then sure. But I don't know, right? So it's 3 episodes, and I've heard that they've been having a hard time. So like if you're having a hard time filming 3 episodes, I don't know how that's going to go, right? But Portia doesn't want to come back to Real Housewives of Atlanta, right? Because I guess she feels, and I understand. Like they come for her when she doesn't really do much. So they're definitely going to come for her for this. Like Kenya, of course Kenya's going to have a lot to say because Portia has had a lot to say. I don't get people that are like Team Portia or Team Kenya and they try to make one or the other seem better. I feel like they're very similar. I feel like at the very beginning, they never liked each other. Never liked each other from season 6. Or was it season 5? I think it was season 5. And I think they never liked each other because they were just so similar to one another. So, I mean, you know what they say, when you meet your opposites, you're gonna clash, right? So I understand Portia doesn't want to deal with the backlash. She doesn't really have friends like that in the cast. So, I mean, and if Portia in her mind thinks that she's going to branch off and she's going to have her own thing, I mean, to be fair, if Kim Zolciak can have Tardy for the Party for how many seasons, I can't even believe that, right? Like, maybe Portia thinks that she'll be the exception. just like Kim. Like, she will be able to go off and do her own thing and do the Bravo chat room, and who knows, maybe take over Andy's spot one day. Who knows? So she could be over it, which is fair. She's allowed to be over it. She's done it for how long, right? But I feel like I'm only really kind of maybe going to be interested in seeing her and Simon play out if it's a part of Real Housewives of Atlanta, if it's a part of a group setting, right? Where she's not necessarily the focus. We get clips here and there, and we get the other ladies' opinions on it. But I don't really want to watch the Portia propaganda hour. You know what I mean? I don't want to watch that. Candy now. Candy actually has a good shot here, right? With the OLG gang, right? Or I don't know. Whoops. 1 second. I don't know if it's OLG or if it's the Blaze restaurant. I believe it's Blaze, right? Whatever, one of her restaurants. They're doing a Vanderpump Rules kind of style, right? And we've seen how Vanderpump Rules has, taken off. It was a big hit, so I can totally 100% see Candy's OLG gang be a hit. I could totally see that, right? Because is Candy on her own the most interesting person? No, I think she's interesting enough. Yet again, she's funny, right? But she also has interesting people around her, right? So there's not that pressure. Unlike Portia, where the show is revolving around Portia, you have that pressure to be interesting and engaging, right? For Candy, she doesn't have that same pressure because she could simply just hire people that will make good TV at the end of the day, right? And like a lot of people have been waiters, right? And waitresses, right? A lot of people have been hostess. And a lot of actors probably have been waiter and waitresses and hostesses. So it shouldn't be too hard to find people that kind of, they want they want their 15 minutes of fame, or who knows, it could extend beyond that, right? They want their moment, they're able to do the work. It shouldn't really be too hard to put together a dynamic cast that we want to watch. And we know that um why am I forgetting Candy's mama's name? Candy's mama. What's her name? Mama Joyce. Mama Joyce, we know she's interesting. We know her sisters are interesting. They're gonna give us a moment. Todd is interesting. I'll give him that. Like, Candy's is interesting as well. So there's really a lot of things to pull on. So if that takes off, right, which they say that is going to be airing in place of Real Housewives of Atlanta. So that must be airing soon, right? So if that's gonna kind of be the new thing, and if that takes off, which I 100% think that it's going to be able to capture our attention for at least one season. Like, I know I'm going to tune in, right? I know that I'm probably going to review it. And know that I want to know what's going on with those health inspections. How come she keeps failing? Like, I want to see all the drama. I want to see the embarrassment, the shame. I want to see what's happening. So if that really takes off, I mean, I feel like Candy is gonna do Real Housewives of Atlanta forever. Like, as long as they keep offering her a paycheck, she's gonna come back, because why not, right? And I definitely feel like if OLG gang, or whatever the show is gonna be called, does well, they're definitely gonna say, hey, come back, right? So, Candy, I think Candy's safe, but if anything, Candy's good. Candy may not really need to come back to Real Housewives of Atlanta, right? So it's up in the air, right? And to be honest, a lot of people, if you ask them who should be fired, number one is Cynthia, which finally it has happened. And number two on that list is Candy. So a lot of people are not really interested in seeing Candy. So her having her own show maybe will be a nice kind of send off for her, right? Um like Kenya would be sad. Like Kenya gets on my nerves, but at the end of the day, I really do enjoy Kenya sometimes, right? And it would be kind of sad because it feels like, okay, maybe the other ladies kind of have something going on, and Kenya would be the one that I'm pretty sure Kenya would find something, but Kenya doesn't have stuff lined up like a Portia or a Candy, right? So I would miss Kenya's presence, but if I had to be honest, it's like I don't know. I just don't want to see Kenya in that way anymore when it comes to the Housewives. I really don't. I don't want to see Kenya and Portia fight anymore. Kenya is like we've just kind of seen it all. It's not that these are bad people. It's not that they're not interesting. It's not that they don't have anything to provide. But we've just kind of seen everything, right? And like Phaedra coming back now, I'll be honest. I would. I don't know if Candy would do this. That's why Candy kind of having her own show is convenient for her, right? But I would love to see Phaedra and Candy kind of have that conversation, right? Because the way things kind of left off was a cliffhanger. We never really got that resolution. We never really got the full story of what really went down. Like Phaedra was gone and never to be seen again. Well, not really, but you know what I mean, right? So I think I would only be really interested in Phaedra coming back if Candy's there. If Candy's not there, to be fair, I never liked Phaedra, right? When I was young and I would see clips of the show and things like that, like Phaedra was annoying to me. But when I watched it back, right, and especially with her absence, right, I don't want to say Phaedra was the one, Phaedra leaving sort of tanked the show, right? I think it was that whole scenario that kind of took the show to a dark place. And it just got to the point where it was just very clear by the end of season 9 that everybody didn't really like each other, right? There was real tension and beef, and the only reason they were kind of moving forward is because, well, it was their job, right? And they were filming together, so they had to get along. But you could definitely watching it, the chemistry was off, right? Like, we love to see drama, but we love to see friends as well. And the drama doesn't count for anything if it's not like real, authentic relationships. Because then, what are the stakes? The stakes are not high. It's like, okay, you hate each other and you're fighting, okay? Like always. But if you guys have a genuine friendship, if you guys are best friends or whatever, and you guys have a falling out, it not that I not that I want to see like best friends fight, but it's a little bit more interesting because there's layers there and there's stakes because this relationship means something to you, right? So by season 9, it was just pretty clear that all of them hated each other. It was pretty clear with Candy and Kenya and Cynthia that I'm sorry, like I'm pretty sure there was a friendship there, but it mostly did feel like an alliance. So it's like, right? So I mean, I would love to see that Phaedra and Candy not work it out, but have that conversation. But at the end of the day, oh my gosh, sorry guys. But by the end of the day, like what I just said, it would be an interesting moment, but I would never, ever, ever be genuine friends again with anybody that try to spread a rumor that I try to rape somebody. I mean, or somebody. I don't think we can say that word on YouTube. Like, no, right? So it's to be honest, it would be good for one scene and it would be more of the same. I do think Phaedra is interesting. She is, right? Um, it would be interesting to catch up on her life. She is funny. She does have funny commentary. So, yeah, but I mean, she's been gone. So if she doesn't come back, it's not like I'm going to really miss her. I think I'm over it by this point. Sheree, I like Sheree. I do. Um, but like many people have said, she's had so many chances. Like, and every time she comes back, she yet again, she is one of those ladies that when it comes to their individual storylines, she doesn't really have anything going on, right? To be on, like Tyrone, I think Tyrone is out of jail. I don't know if they're together, but I don't really know if I'm too interested in seeing that play out, especially without Nene. Now, if Nene was there, if Nene was part of the cast, then I would be interested, right? Because then we have Tyrone and Nene and that whole thing. That's a storyline. But just her and Tyrone, and it's like, okay, a housewife with a not too good guy. I mean, we've seen that storyline play out so many times. I mean, majority of the cast members sadly have that storyline from Kenya to Portia. It's like that's not enough to capture my attention, right? And like I said, Sheree is more good within the group, right? She's the bone collector. She'll stir the crap, but I feel like at this point, oh my god, I'm losing my voice. But I feel like at this point, we already have. Oh my gosh, I'm losing my voice. I'm talking too much. Oh my gosh, I'm talking too much crap. Oh my god, let me drink some water. Ay, ay, ay. How do I sound now? A little bit better? A little bit better. Okay, let me wrap this thing up quickly. What was I saying? Yeah, so Sheree she's good within a group, but like I said, since she's been gone so long, do I really need to see her back? No, I don't. I would love to see her maybe on All Stars. I think Sheree would work on All Stars. So I don't know with season 2. Hopefully maybe season 1 of All Star will do well on Peacock. And then maybe for the second season they'll have it air on Bravo and have it stream on Peacock simultaneously at the same damn time, okay? So we can have like because I would love to see a Phaedra, right? Allegedly Phaedra's gonna be on season 2 of All Stars. So I would love to see a Phaedra. I would love to see a Sheree. I would love to see a Nene, right? But maybe we don't need to see them. I think it's best if we see them in a one-off capacity, right? And maybe they can return to All Stars, you know? Like I could see Nene maybe doing a couple of seasons of All Stars if she wants to do that. But I don't necessarily see Nene kind of coming back to Atlanta and being full-time, right? Like I just don't think that's gonna work. Like the old Nene, I think we all are kind of waiting for the old Nene to come back, but she's not the old Nene anymore. She's someone new, right? And I don't like Nene could be a bit much, don't get me wrong, but I don't kind of blame her, right? With like her frustration with Kenya, like I could see by season 6, if you re-watch it, I definitely get where Nene was coming from with Kenya, because she could see that it's not necessarily Kenya, but more so of what Kenya represented, right? This sort of new era of reality television where people kind of produce themselves and overproduce themselves and kind of go out of their way to be super messy to have a moment. And I just don't think Nene is gonna Nini's not going to be game for that, right? Nini's just going to walk off. So I think maybe Nini would work better in an All Stars environment than she would necessarily be coming back. Even though I just said this like 2 seconds ago, I just feel like the only way, I just contradicted myself, or I'm going to contradict myself. I feel like the only way, oddly enough, where Real Housewives of Atlanta kind of has a chance is one of the two things, right? Bring Nini back. If Nini can come back, right? If that happens, and then we have Sheree, and then we have Phaedra and Kenya. If we have like the older ladies back, that may be interesting to see. I know that's going backwards, right? But that would drum up interest. But at the same time, I feel like after that, you're probably going to have 1 or 2 more seasons, and then the thing is going to be over at that point, right? Maybe you could just have 1 or 2 more seasons where we see the OGs back and we have a Kiki moment and then we end it. Or you need to kind of get rid of everybody at this point, right? Like Marlo, we need to get rid of Marlo. I like Marlo, I do. But I don't know, I didn't really like Marlo last season, right? Because I just feel like Marlo will do whatever to create a moment. There's no genuine relationships there anymore. So what they need to do is just scrap the whole thing and either pick another city. I understand maybe why they don't want to, because Atlanta is a great place, right? But maybe they need to pick a new place, right? There can be another Atlanta and just start over, right? With new ladies that have genuine friendships, or just start over with Atlanta, right? I mean, at this point, the ratings are going down. It's not bringing in the money like it used to. So, is it really a big risk? Funnel these ladies through All Stars, right? Funnel these ladies through All Stars. Have a Portia on All Stars. Have Candy on All Stars. Use them in that way. Use them in other ways, right? And then cast new people that are genuine friends. You can pay them less, and the audience is still going to be interested, right? Look at Salt Lake City. Look at Potomac. They just need to take that gamble and take that risk. I just think it's time. It's time, because everybody, we've seen all these lady stories play out. So it's not a fail, to these ladies. It's not a diss to these ladies. I hope Bravo provides these ladies other jobs, like Kenya. I would love to kind of see her in a reality show or something, right? Maybe it can be a Peacock exclusive, you know, thing. And like with the streaming services, it gives the opportunity for more programming. So I would like to see Kenya in something. I don't know what. I don't know what capacity or what would be the storyline, but Kenya is an interesting character. Just maybe not so much in Real Housewives of Atlanta anymore, right? So, anyways, that's everything, guys. I went on entirely too long. This was supposed to be quick. I lost my voice. My voice came back. I went to the moon and back for you guys. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyways, that's everything, guys. See ya.